to Pawpaw Sammy and Alley Bug. Today I'm going to show you a fun way to root potatoes and how to plant them. I've done it off and on for years. You know, it's a bonus. You're throwing away your peelings, you grow potatoes off of them. Pawpaw Sammy and Alley Bug here. It's been really rough the last 3 or 4 weeks here. The weather got down to in the teens, 18, 19 degrees, 3 days straight in South Louisiana. Today, 2 1/4 inches of rain. Now, my worm bin, I've got all my bins stacked in one area. And the reason being, they usually stay on these shelves right here. But when it got down to 19 degrees, there's no heat in this shed. This shed is just absolutely heavy insulated all over, including that door. Heavy insulated. So how I kept this shed warm is kind of hard to explain. Right now, it's 62 degrees. Okay? What I do is, and people find it hard to believe, but I'm telling you, I come down here, right here. See this? There's birthday candles inside cooking oil, regular vegetable oil. I take a birthday candle, stick it in each container, fill it full of vegetable oil, light it, and slide the metal back under there. And it's in a metal pot in case one of them breaks. The heat comes up and hits this piece of metal, and believe me, this shed never got below 40 degrees. It kept this whole shed at 40 degrees for 4 days. These potato peelings were just put in the bin, just recently, okay? They have not sprouted, see them? They have not sprouted, just old potato peelings that when you peel your potatoes, okay, you take them, you put them in your bin, and leave them alone. Keep it damp. Okay, over a period of time, they'll take root. Some of them, not all of them, but they'll sprout, and they'll have roots as big as your hand sometimes. You pull them out and you plant them. Now, this time of the year in South Louisiana, I have done this at different times year round and grown potatoes. Now, like the other day with the 19 degrees, it would have killed them, unless I do this: mulch, leaves, hay, grass, anything. I cover them sometimes that thick. And I went out there and found ice all over the top of the mulch. When it warms up, just a little bit back. If it don't freeze again, leave them alone. And you'll have potatoes growing like crazy.
Right, and they could make a tiny hothouse, even using a garbage bag they could put a garbage can over the top of them during the worst of the freeze.
Now, our climate down here is usually so mild. I have used hothouses, but it's usually a heavy mulch to do the trick, usually. Not always. But they grow potatoes, I grow them year round like that. What else do you need? Thank you for watching. Hope this helped y'all. If not, call me or send a note, a message, whatever, and we'll get back with an answer. But garlic, potatoes, pumpkin seeds, I've even had Japanese plums sprout. I've had apple trees sprout. I mean, just put them in there and the seeds, because the worms have little bitty mouths, and they'll eat the fruit, but you usually can't eat the seeds.
Right.
Until they decay. And then everything starts sprouting.
You've had acorns sprout in your beds.
Lord, I have pulled oak trees out of my worm bed you won't believe.
So this is actually a great way, if you've got larger seeds like you're talking about, and you want a fail-safe way to seed something for the first time. If you're not an expert, putting it into the worm bin and letting it root itself right there, probably your best way to do it.
Yeah, because the worm castings is so fine, and it's not hard packed. And your roots, the little hairline roots you spread out, I mean big, on a little old plant this tall. It'd be a big old spread of roots. And when you get out and you plant them, make it big enough to get them roots spread out, cover it up real good, and compost it with the leaves, and just let it go.
Awesome.
And it works wonders.
Now, real quick, Dad, tell people why they should use worm castings.
A worm castings is from plants the back two plants. It's some of the best organic fertilizer you can get. It retains water. It has all kind of minerals, vitamins, you name it, it's in there. Plus bacteria and fungi.
Yes.
There's more fungi and bacteria in a cup of this stuff than there is people in the whole world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unreal.
Yeah, it is.
And plants absorb it because it's made from plants back to plants. It's not whatever chemicals.
Amen.
It's normal. It's natural.
Natural. That's a good one.
That's where I planted those potatoes. And the reason I didn't video it, if you look around at the water in the yard right there, all over the side, beside my fence over there, and all down that fence, it's like a ditch running crazy. It's been raining all day. It slacked off a little bit. So what I did, I went inside that worm bin. Hope I can get it back out without breaking it. That I dumped in the worm bin. Just threw them in there. Over 4 or 5 weeks, they take root. So when they do that, I come out here, put a little coffee grounds on them, put fertilizer to give them a good start, do them down, take the pine straw, and forget about them. I planted 38 rows. Down here, around there, and across here. Over there I have garlic and potatoes. Same deal, come out the worm bin. Hey, what the worms don't eat, I will. This is the water I was telling you about on the side of the ditch. Runs right on down into here, comes out across yonder, right on down here, and on into yonder. Water everywhere. The reason my worm bins are stacked so crazy, I wanted them in one area where the heat could come up through the bottom of the stand they're in. You can see how tall off the floor it is. It's about 4 foot high. And the heat is underneath this bin. So any heat at all radiates right on up through that bin. And that's how I kept those worms at 45, 50 degrees through 3 days of 19-degree weather with no heater.